Yeah.
I see the recording.
You see it?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I always start off like this, then we go here, connect the resource show.
Okay. I feel like I'm on a real professional radio interview. Edition.
I'm trying to get there.
No, I see it for you. Yeah. You got a really good speaking voice, and you're really good at talking. I noticed that when you did the fluent interview.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're really good with speaking. Something I'm working on, but we getting there.
Right. All right, so go, boom.
You're about to experience the connection that will change your life. Welcome to Connect the Resource Show with your host.
Got a little intro.
All right.
Got a little intro.
Okay. I said, no, you're a DJ.
Yeah. Bum, 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 bum.
That's smooth.
My good people, what's happening? How y'all doing today? We're here for another episode of Connect the Resource Show. And man, I got a special guest. Woo, this lady, she wore some hats, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I know like fedoras, fitted snapbacks, everything. She wore some hats. We here with Miss Karen Tracey. Man, I like, her creativity is just crazy. And I've been like wondering, like, dang, like, is she from another planet or something? But introduce yourself.
My goodness. Hi, everybody. My name is Karen, Karen Tracey. Well, formerly known as Karen Tracey. Fashion designer, model trainer, event coordinator, makeup artist. So I call myself the Jane of all trades. So I do a little bit of everything, but perfecting all my crafts now. So everything I do, I want to do it in the spirit of excellence. So that's what I'm working on.
See, I told y'all. All right. Wow, that's dope. So, okay, we're gonna start off with where do I start? Y'all see all them hats? So I want to start off with the modeling. Did you like model growing up? Like
I actually did. I went to modeling school when I was about 12 until like on and off until I was like 16. Okay. So I always had a passion for modeling. But I kind of realized that I didn't want to model.
Okay.
My earring tried me. I realized that I didn't want to model full time. So I ended up just kind of like sitting back and watching how my teacher was training us.
Okay.
And taking her the little tips and tricks that she would give me and kind of make it my own, because I loved modeling, but I didn't like the modeling industry and how they would treat people that look like me. So what I wanted to do is kind of flip it and build my own platform to do the same thing that she was doing, but do it my way and do it more efficiently.
Okay. Got you. Okay. So, back in the day, we modeling for like African-American Black women was kind of, you didn't see it where you had like the Naomi Campbells and, them type, but you would mostly see Caucasian women,
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's what you was saying, but they used to say you had to be a certain height, certain weight, certain like, so, and I see now like the demographics are changing for that. Like,
for sure. I definitely agree, because even me starting off modeling and everything, when I'm smaller, I was considered a plus size model, and I was like a size 9 or 8, 9, and I was considered plus size. So I knew that. I was like, okay, I thought I considered myself to be like a normal size, but now, you know, I'm plus size. I would consider myself being plus size now, but then I was like, okay, this is kind of strange. If I'm plus size, then like I just didn't understand it. I didn't quite understand, but when I say people that look like me, I mean the size. I have the height. Some people will say that I'm more of like an average model height, like a 8.5, 5'9" height. So that wasn't too big of an issue, but the size was a big thing. And then again, the how the industry is so flooded with Caucasian models, but now it is starting to get a little bit more welcoming to like plus size. It's still competitive, and they still look for a specific kind of plus size woman. Usually when they're looking at models, like they want plus size models to have a shapely figure, but like flat stomach still. So that's kind of like defeating the purpose of the plus size, because you know, we don't all come in a flat stomach, and it's very rare actually. Sure. But that's kind of like why I wanted to give models a platform to shed light on plus size models and shorter models, and just give people an opportunity, because you see a lot of these casting calls and they're all 5'8" and up, or 5'7" and up, and I have models that are like 4'11". So I just, everybody, because everybody has to be represented. It's all these different kind of people in the world. So, and clothes are not just for skinny people. So we have to be, you know, fair. We have to give a fair playing ground for everybody, since we're selling clothes to everybody.
Right. Because, you know, you definitely like don't discriminate. You know, I was in one of these shows, man, that's still, I still say that was my best show. Like,
oh, really? I'm honored.
Like, because the way you had it, the way you had it created, like you had everybody like definitely in their own lane, you know. And I'm like, dang, so you had plus size, like you said, short, tall, you know what I'm saying? You love them all, right. You know. And it's like, and them girls was doing, everybody did their thing, everybody.
Right.
Yeah, that's
I
like,
agree.
It's more common now, but like you say, you really didn't see that, you know.
Right.
I'm like, dang, so you had them all doing their thing, and they came out, hey, they had that swag, you know, they was
right, they got that confidence, you know, now.
That confidence. And then when I came to the rehearsals, I see that's what you bring out in them, the confidence. You know, yeah. I see how you train with them, and I'm like, dang, yeah, she got it. She got it. So was that like something you had to overcome? Or
yeah, for sure. Because I told you I model myself, so doing fashion shows and everything, it was different, because I usually was the biggest person there. And it's kind of difficult, because sometimes you have designers that don't have your size. You got to get scraps as clothes, because it's not the size, you know, it doesn't fit you right, or you have to look a certain way in a piece because it's just not made for your body type. Which is every designer has their own preference for what they want, what market that they want to reach and everything, and that's perfectly fine. But I feel like it should be more fair. It's getting a little bit better, like I said, but me growing up in modeling and everything, I had to come up a different way. I have to have a level of like tough skin to be able to deal with that, because it is hard. You know, you see all the other models, and I knew I could work it, but look, I need something to work. You got to put me in something, but I would make the best out of it for sure. You got a very unique, and the way you deal with it is so positive. Like I never seen any negative energy even come out of the rehearsals. Like, dang, you know, I didn't miss it. There's no room for that.
Well, I feel like they got like the not the director, what they call them, and y'all got a certain language. What they call it, it's like a coordinator, but what they call it,
I was gonna say coordinator too.
Yeah, it's something like a creative director.
Oh, creative director.
Yeah. And I seen like they had the whip out. Like, I mean, that's how I felt in the. I'm like, hey, like, it's like, you know. I mean, I guess that's just my character, but I don't know. Like, do you have to go there with some models, or? So I never seen No, you don't have to go there.
No, it's no
Okay.
reason to have to go there, but sometimes you have to be a little bit more stern with, but I don't see no point in doing that because that'll do the reverse. They'll make them go back into their shell, become more reserved, and then they're not gonna wanna, they don't want to recommend people to somebody that gives them such a traumatic experience. Because I've heard a lot of models say like, I appreciate your program and everything because you're nice and you give positive energy, and there's no room for no negative vibes, because if I feel someone else's vibe like get negative, I immediately shut off. So there's no way that I want to, project that onto someone else. And like I said, it's all love, it's all positive energy, and we're supposed to be building each other up and making each other better. So yeah, it's none of that. And there's no need for it. It's no cost.
Okay, because I'm like, I was like, I'm new to it. So I'm like, is this the culture? Like, is this what go on?
It is for some people, but that's not what we do around here.
I got you. That's what's up. So we know you're a top Chicago's top model, We got you. So let's talk about your event coordinating business.
Okay.
The way you, like I say, I'm going back to the fashion show. I seen the way you put it together, and like you had paintings. It was all type of stuff going on. I'm like,
yeah, it's a lot.
It was different. Like, I never, like, I've been in a couple of shows, but I never seen nothing like that. So is that like, you want something different? Like you always have a theme, but I saw more like some everything going on. So what's your mindset with that? Like, what's going on?
So
let me get my hold on.
Really, my last event, I just wanted to shed light on like different creatives and not just fashion designers, because we had those too. We had a lot of fashion going on, but also artists, like performing artists and like painters, and like I wanted to have the live paintings and like the paintings on the wall to showcase whatever. And people made money off those paintings that day as well.
Hey, they took one right. They had one hung up around me. Somebody came and got it. I said, oh man.
Well, people was making money. I was like, man, they was making bucks. But I just wanted to have a platform for all creatives, and I'm a creative person myself, so I seen a need for something different, because people do fashion shows all the time, but it's like really rare where you see a art exhibition and a fashion show it merged into one, and with like performers and everything. People do performers, but we had people showcasing, like it was like the underground in a fashion show. So I like stuff like that, and I want to keep that going too, with the artists and everything. Of course, I want to have different themes for my shows and everything, but just highlighting people in the community like you do. With your platform.
That's a good thing. Number positive vibes. See, how many fashion shows have you had?
Myself, 4 fashion shows.
4?
Yeah.
Okay.
4 fashion shows. I've done plenty like of other people's shows as well, like, but 4 of my own. 3 of them I would say were like big shows, like I did in 2019. But we're coming back. We just gotta find out how to do it a little bit differently.
Right.
Safe, but still with that same impact.
Okay. So like, just say high school. Did you have a show in high school?
Yes, I did.
Oh, did you? Oh,
I did. I had my first show when I was 16.
Did you? Okay.
And it was different because it was supposed to be a birthday party for me. My mom was like throwing a birthday party, and I was like, I wanted to be a fashion show because I had already started training models and everything then. So I wanted it to be a fashion show, but we had no idea it was gonna be the kind of show it was, because it ended up being like a really quality show for being my first one. But I have a cousin that does the same thing as I do, but she's a little bit different. She doesn't do like the painting and all the other stuff. She is a fashion designer, but she's in Orlando.
Okay. So
I was kind of under her for a while, just watching, see what she does and all of that. So I went home like, I need to do a fashion show. So I ended up having one. I had about 14 models that I trained, and they were in the show. I had my pieces, 2 other designers. It was nice. Like I learned a lot about the fashion industry and how I could like go up, and I learned from my mistakes and everything. But it was just it was new and I loved it. And that's where I kind of figured out like, okay, so this is not modeling stuff is not for me, but I want to show other people how to do it. I want to give them the game and everything, learn myself, keep learning, and just grow with my group of models.
Right.
So that's what I ended up doing.
Okay. Wow. Man.
Yeah, I was young.
Yeah. Hey, you stepped in young. And like,
yeah, but I have my mom to thank for that.
Okay.
You know, she's my
She put
biggest
you in.
support.
Okay. She said,
Yeah,
okay.
she put me in the game.
Okay, got you. Did she ever model?
No, she didn't model, but she I was raised like with her doing events herself.
Oh, okay.
Like she coordinates events herself, but she stopped after a while because she's more focused on the medical field now. But when I was growing up, she would do hair shows because she was selling hair color and stuff like that. So I was kind of taken after that because I love the events and I love how fast paced everything was. So I really took after her.
Okay. Yeah, it seemed like your support system off the chain. I see everybody came. I like that. That was dope. I was like, man, yeah, you got it rocking.
And we don't see it as other people see it, like, because I'm still like, man, my support system is so small, but you saying that means a lot because it is growing from the past. When I first started, it's growing, like it's getting bigger and bigger because people are willing to support someone doing something positive. So, I make sure I keep that rolling. Like if someone supports me, I want to, support them as well. Cause it's not just a one-sided thing.
Mm-hmm. There's not no one-way street. Y'all hear that?
Look, don't let that go past you.
Hey, you heard me? Right. Man, so like with events, like do you do other events besides like coordinate other events besides fashion shows or?
The only other event I've coordinated is like vendor events, but I will be open to for sure because I love events. So I would definitely be open.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep that in mind.
Okay.
So this just me personally feel where you so unique at is these photo shoots you be doing with your when you bring out your new designs and drop a new collection and you be off the chain with, and I'll be like, dang, okay, so do you already have that envision when you creating like your collection, or you create the collection, look at it like, okay, I'm gonna do this, or you already got like, you probably got like a pad already like this already done.
So it just depends. Like my last collection, I just released like a mini collection, but the one before that in the fall, that one, I already had the location that I was going to do a photo shoot at and everything when I started creating the collection. So I had probably like 2 or 3 pieces already made, but I kind of like to give myself a task. Like I gave myself a certain amount of time. Okay, this is the time you're going to release the collection. This is the time you're going to have all the photos out and all of that stuff. So that was something that I waited to find a venue for because I wanted to be like real high fashion, editorial. And I'm so glad that you said that because just the past year, 2020, I really wanted to focus on how I market my pieces and like just hitting it hard, like just like I see people in magazines. Like I wanted to not emulate that, but take from that and create my own type thing. Because eventually I'm gonna have my own magazine. So that's something that I'm gonna work on for sure. But I definitely wanted to do something that was different, stand out, and like pull from different eras. And that's what I'm doing now. So I'm working on like a series of all these different eras and designs from different eras, and just pushing it with those, working with different photographers and just collaborating with people on these collections.
Right, that's dope. Because I'll be like, dang. So you say you collab with the photographer. So you cut and sew these pieces yourself, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's your fashion designer. See, that's another hat. Okay. So what's your vision when you see like, because you got some very like that Kobe when you had that dress?
Oh yeah, the hand painted.
Crazy.
Thank you.
It's crazy, man.
So
what was your vision on that?
Well, as you know, Kobe had passed, and I wanted to come out with something that was just really impactful. So I did a lot of research because we know Kobe, but I wanted to like know what I was talking about for sure. So I went and looked up the schools, the nicknames, and just little extra quirks and things that I could add to the piece. And since I was hand painting it, I was able to like incorporate that in there and incorporate his the Froby Kobe and everything. So I just pay a lot of attention to detail. And I know if I pay a lot of attention to detail, then other people do as well. Right. So I'm all about the detail. So I'm like, I definitely want to get everything, all the facts I can on this piece, and just, you know, bring some passion and some emotion in it because it was a very emotional time.
Yeah. Have you ever, I know this not your purpose, that wasn't your purpose for creating that piece, but like, did anybody tag his wife or anybody in that?
No, I actually need to bring that back. Tag his wife. Nobody did actually, but that a lot of people, that one was really popular. And actually someone wore it to the All-Star weekend that was in Chicago. Yeah, so it was crazy. My girl picked it up actually. I was really surprised. I was like, well, I'm not gonna judge who get it. You can anybody, it's up for grabs.
Yeah, facts. Man, I really think that she need to, I'm gonna go search a picture. I'm tagging her. She need to see that. That's a nice piece.
Thank you so much.
Somebody want to buy from you, you know. You got another one? You gotta make another one?
I can make another one, but it's gonna be a little different. Like all my pieces are one of one, so it's gonna be a little bit different.
That dress was cold. I'm like, wow.
Thank you.
I know Mike probably like that. She from Chicago, you know, she gotta make me one too. But
yeah, I was thinking that too. Right. I gotta make one.
Did you have some with Jordan on there?
No. No, I do. I had a Chicago Bulls skirt though. I campaigned.
Okay, I know I saw something with the Bulls colors or something. Okay.
Yeah, it had the Bulls on there, Benny. But I definitely do want to come out with like a 23 version of it and put my spin on something.
Right, facts. Man, man, I'm telling y'all need to make sure y'all go check Karen Tracey designs out. Like, it's crazy. See, like, look what I'm wearing right now. Y'all see this?
That's How You Learning.
How You Learning. That's
one of my favorite movies too.
Yeah. Oh, I done watched it like I can't even count. It's so cold. This is one of her pieces. Man, you know, and what were you thinking when you made this?
So that one, because I'm really into like movies and everything, especially like 90s movies. And like I said, with the eras and everything, I'm big on, like I have a really old soul, so I'm big on like the different eras, the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. So I wanted to put that into the pieces. Like I had a Love Jones one, the High Learning. What else? I forgot. I had a couple different 90s movies.
90s era collection.
Yeah, but I just want to do like 90s Black movies and highlight us because it was just a big impact. And then I love that one because I love the movie, and then the statement of all Black men on one hoodie. And then this people that we know and we not idolize, people that we look up to and we've been, you know, watching for a long time. So I definitely want to incorporate that. And I'm glad that you represented.
You already know this top 5 right here. I keep this.
I'm gonna come out with some more like that for the summer though, for sure.
Yeah, I definitely, you definitely need to put them on out there because this crazy. Like, and I think a lot of us waking up, you know, in the Black community, like really getting woke and really questioning, like you said, questioning the knowledge and really researching, you know, getting our mind together. You know, it's like now's the time, you know, for us to really. It's gonna be some people that's leaders, some that's not, but I think people catching up, you know.
Yeah, people are slowly but surely.
Yeah, you did. You got that right, slowly but surely. But it's up to us, people like, you know, us to really keep pushing it. And, you know, they might be 10 years from now, they might catch up. Hey, y'all better hope we ain't all the way at the finish line.
For real. Because we ain't waiting for nobody.
No, you gotta get woke. Yes, indeed. Okay, so you a makeup artist as well, huh?
Okay, yeah.
When did this journey start?
So I was doing makeup. I've been loving makeup forever. Like I used to wear my mom's makeup and mess up all her stuff. But I started doing makeup for the first time in like 2013.
Okay.
And that was just practicing on people, and that's when I first started working with models as well. So I was just young and just trying to put my creative talents to use. And I wasn't great then, but I thought I was. People would hire me and everything then too. But it was just a blessing to be able to make people feel beautiful, you know, and enhance their beauty and everything. Now as I'm getting better, like doing it for my own shoots, doing makeup for my client, my model is for our like our high fat. I can control what I want it to look like, you know, because sometimes you work with makeup artists and it's just something that you just want to change, but you know, not being able to do makeup, that kind of restricts you from that. So I definitely want to perfect that. So even if I've seen something that I will want to change a little bit, I'll be able to tweak it and just make it the way I want it to look.
All right. You know what? That reminds me of me. See, I believe in, I want to know anything that I want to do, or I have to like indulge with like, just say with creating fashion, right? Now, I went to a couple of people when I first started in like 2011, 2012.
Wow.
Yeah. And it didn't, you know, it was just a thought. And I was like, you know, bought out a shirt. I got a lot of support too. It was like, it was kind of like to me, it was too urban. Like, you know, I was in the urban world there, you know, all the way.
Right.
But that's what I was around. So I catered to, you know, my audience, you know.
Right.
Like, okay, so they was messing with. I'm like, cool. So I'm like, well, if I want this to go to the next level, I gotta come with something else, you know. I got a little bit woke, you know. So I'm like, okay. So I had to learn how to really like create all the way. Like I was having everything outsourced. Like now, I'm like, now I could do stuff in-house. Even with DJing, right? I used to always, like my father, he was a musician. He was a singer. I can't sing worth jack though. But, he, you know, I love music. Like it's just my whole family, like they used to do like little imitation shows and, you know, imitation dance.
I love that.
It was dope. It was dope. Yeah, coming up. So you seeing that. So I always love music. So I like always had an ear for it. So I like even like throwing events and going to parties. Like I got a lot of DJ friends already out here for years. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and try this out. And then I tried like I'm nice right now, you know.
Right.
They like me.
You
Right
are, and I love the why wouldn't you want to wear positivity? I love that.
Yeah. I got
you know, it's different. It's different because not a lot of people are doing that, you know, inspiring people through clothing.
Yeah, facts. And that's my main goal. That's exactly my main goal. You know, I know you ain't gonna see that in the strip club. Like, okay, take this or put this on your too. No, it's not. But I realize that's not my purpose anyway. You know, it's not for a cash grab or nothing like that. It's just I really inspire people. You know, that's just me. And I like doing it. So I tell people all the time, like, yeah, I'm just gonna concentrate. I got so much stuff, so many other designs, so many ideas in this phone. It's just I gotta get time to bring it. So I think I'm gonna be around for a while.
I know you will. I know you will. Because I see your consistency too.
Yeah, I try to stay consistent. Likewise, like you the same. Like I'm like, man, I love people that's working, that's putting in the work, because there's a lot of people that talk, you know, and you know, and it's not easy by far. I know it's not. Like, you know, you have these hurdles and you be like, dang, you have a little adversity. You be like, but you keep on going, you know what I'm saying? Don't freeze up. And it could be something happen, they won't even know it.
Right.
So that's cool. That's what's up. So like, if you had to choose one, would you focus on your makeup, your event coordinating, or your modeling?
Oh, you forgot designing, because the design is gonna knock all of that out.
Already talking about what design? You're a fashion designer. I'm sorry.
So I would definitely do fashion design.
See, you already knew what you was doing. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm a fashion designer. That's number one. Yeah, that's my number one for sure. Since I was a little girl, sketching and just coming up with my own stuff, like I always want to be like a little different from the rest. My mom used to call me Punky Brewster. So I was like,
Funky
just
was the business. That was wrong with Funky Booster. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, they used to call me that all the time. So
Yeah.
I had like a little quirky personality, and I wanted to match that with my clothes. So from like sixth grade, I started making my own pieces, like a lot with the denim. I started with denim, and I'm still doing denim now, like cutting denim up and
Yeah.
distressing. But when I started doing the painting, it was a wrap.
And what they call that, abstract art?
Abstract.
Okay.
Yeah. So I do a lot. All my pieces are like freehand painted. Well, I would say 99.9% of them are freehand painted with no stencils, no sketching beforehand. It's free expression.
Okay, got you. I had a buddy that he designed me a shirt. Yeah, it was years ago. It was dope. I gotta find that shirt. I hope I still got it. But I like, the painting, the freehand painting, because I just like different stuff. That's just
Yeah.
and like you say, your piece is one-on-one. You're not gonna be around, 1,000, like you ain't gonna be over here and this person got it, this person, unless you're in the same circle.
Right.
I like that one-on-one. So what's up with this skin now? Here go another hat. Now this might be the fedora right here, the skin cap. This might be the fedora hat right here. So what's going on with this? How long you been, what is called, Natural Essence?
Oh yes, Natural Essence. I've been doing that for since 2020, the beginning of 2020. So it's been like a little bit over a year now. And I wanted to come out with something that was all natural, something that I could recommend, something that I use myself, and something that was promoting healing. So back then, when we first started quarantine, I started doing a lot of research and testing out stuff. So I'm still working on it now, because I still want to come out with a full collection of skincare products. But I tested my product for like some months, just trying to make sure it was perfect, like my green tea toner, and make sure it was actually healing the skin, because I dealt with acne from when I was a preteen, like really bad cystic acne, almost, well, to the point that it hurts, your face and everything. So and I noticed when I went to a dermatologist, he gave me all these prescribed medicines and creams and all this stuff to fix my skin. It fixed it, but it left my skin feeling really dry and cracked and just uncomfortable. So I wanted to come out with something that was all natural, that works, and something that doesn't leave your skin feeling like dry. And also something that just makes you, that you can take around with you and makes you feel like just refreshed and feel beautiful. So everything that I do it kind of ties into each other. So the makeup, before I do my clients' makeup, I usually, give them a spray, make them feel refreshed, and then go in with the makeup. So it all ties into each other. But this year, I'm going to focus a lot on that in these months, like the spring and summer months. Focus on marketing and all of that, because that's not easy. That's a different game. I have 2 products right now, but I want to come out with a full line of products. So it gotta be right. It gotta be right. So I'm until it's right, I'm just gonna sell my 2 products.
So what are the 2 products? Are they like skin toner, cream, or what exactly?
Yes. Okay, so I have an elixir, a rose, a pretty rose elixir. That one is for moisturizing the skin, and you can use it on your face and body. It has like actual rose petals in it. And what makes it different is that it has aloe in it too. So it's really soothing for your skin. And it's just really smooth. So this one, it goes in combination with my green tea toner, which is like it's revitalizing, refreshing. This one makes little acne bumps smaller, shrinks them, replenishes the skin, and then just leaves you with a natural glow and just brightens up. Like, it changed my skin so much from when I first started. It definitely lightens up like the dark blemishes and everything as well. But this one could be used putting it in the refrigerator, of course, for like a cool, refreshing feel, and you can use it throughout the day. I also want to create something that wouldn't lose its effect throughout the day. Like, you could spray it at any time and it'll still be just the most refreshing. So so those are the two products I have now. They work really great together because the toner is, after you wash your face, you use the toner. You can use it with a cotton pad or like a cotton ball and put it directly on your face, or you can just spray. So it's multi-use. And then the pretty rose elixir, you can use that, follow it up with that, and that just promotes healing for your skin and just smooths everything out. But I love both of them. I wouldn't go one without the other.
Yeah. Okay. So where can people find these products? Like, you have an online store for it?
Yes, so my website, KarenTraceyDesigns.com, everything is on there. So you can go to collections, and then you can go to Natural Essence, and then you can also find all my clothing collections and everything I have in stock.
Okay, got you. I'm gonna check it out. Now, do
It's
they
for men too. Men,
it's
for men too.
Okay, got you. Let me go and get these razor bumps off here real quick.
Yeah, it'll definitely shrink that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's what's up. So I know like you said, I sat in at one of the rehearsals, and I won probably a couple of them, but do you like do one-on-one training with models?
Yes, I do. I've been focusing on my group training, like my workshops and everything, but I do provide one-on-one training. I actually had in 2018, I had a set of twins, and they were Asian, and I had to take them from 0 to 100. It was a task because a lot of people in the Asian community are very shy and reserved, and so it was just a task pulling them out their comfort zone, getting them, just warmed up and feeling confident. So I do love the one-on-one training. It's good to have other people around just to play off of each other's energy. But one-on-one is good for people that are just starting out and want to already come with that experience when they're ready to do a show, when they're ready to have a public appearance. So I do one-on-one training. It's fun, but I'd rather just do a group, but either way, I'm down.
Right. So tell us about your workshops. I see did you have a couple of them? Did you have one recently?
Yes, I did. My last one was actually a brunch. We had a brunch for the program. Okay. It's a 6-month program, and we're coming up on the 14th is our next one. So that is our fourth workshop in our program. So we started in February, the beginning of February. Okay. So the workshop it's for women. This one is for women, but I am going to have something in the summer for men and women preparing for our fashion show. Okay. But it's just to promote self-confidence. Even if the people don't leave the program not in the modeling field, they will still leave with that confidence, that boost of confidence, and pictures from all the photo shoots we have, because we have monthly photo shoots as well. So it's basically a pick-me-up, and we're building like a sisterhood of people, like-minded individuals that are in the field and that want to feel more confident and feel and embrace themselves even more. It's a daily thing. Like, self-love is something that you have to work on every day. So it's a challenge, but we're getting through it together. Like, it helps me as well. Like, our energy, I always leave our workshops feeling refreshed and just feeling like energized and ready for the next one. But we go over a lot of posing, facial expressions, how to position your body based on your body type for photos, all of that. So we get into the ins and outs of modeling.
So just say it's a person never modeled and they want to come get them tools of like just being around the environment of positivity and self-love. You welcome them in as well, right?
Yes. So I have most of my models actually have not modeled before in any type of capacity. But with this program and everything, they have been in like 3 photo shoots now. They have learned a lot of posing, like posing 101, posing 101 part 2, which we get a little bit more into it. So they leave with much more experience than what they started with. And even if they are experienced already, you can still learn a lot from the program.
Okay, yeah. And see, yours different. So you have different nationalities as well. How do like these people you know, or y'all connect like networking or
Everything is from word of mouth or from Instagram or for any type of social media, period. Like all my models are from social media. Social media is like the biggest platform. And it has been for some years now, about 7 years, since I started using hashtags and stuff like that, like hashtag Chicago model, and looking through hashtags, finding people, and then people finding me through hashtags as well. So it's been one for sure. It's amazing to see because now I have models, Caucasian models, other like, you know, all different kind of nationalities, like you said, which is great because I love our people, and it's, you know, I'm all for our people. But it's nice to have other people learning from me as well, learning from the experience. And then it kind of helps them get a better understanding of our people. So it's everybody is benefited at the end of the day.
Yeah, because there's some like you say, some other nationalities never come in contact with like you know, and I think this is going off subject, but I think that's the problem with the police constantly, you know, killing and police, you know, killing us because you never even had an encounter with and even know how to handle a situation with our people. All they just see what they projected in the media, like, oh, this and that, and that's not the truth. Like, and so they get so inferior and scared, like,
like, you shouldn't even be scared of a Black person.
Right, right. That's why I'll be like, what for what, you know? But you know, and coming from a city of like the stuff that happened here in Chicago, it's just crazy. I was in Atlanta recently, and I had to show my ID. I think I was getting some wine or something. So the lady said, "Oh my God, how did you survive Chicago?"
Oh, they're like that.
Like what? I'm like,
how did you survive?
How did you survive? Like how are you surviving out there? I'm like,
we just living.
We living, right. It's just like y'all doing out here. Like I'm like, don't listen to the media. You know, Chicago, definitely we got a dope city. Like it's so big, it's so much, you know, you could do. But you got to get, a lot of people don't get out their comfort zone here as well, you know, just because they put, you know, it is segregated. Like people stand on this side of town, this side, but hey, I done had some good times.
Right. More good than bad, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But they're seeing based off of the media and the news and everything. So they're like, wow, Chicago, you from Chicago? Y'all the tough people. Y'all the toughest people. Y'all walking in the they compare us to a war zone, which it is very true. It can get like that. It's from 0 to 100 for sure, but not all of our neighborhoods are like that. And also it's not all day, every day, you know. Like that's what they think, you know. They think we just walking through dodging bullets.
Right, like a real movie. I'm like, huh? Like I didn't even know how to react to it. I was like, no.
Yeah, that's strange. I would have been like, what?
Right. I'm like, okay, well, whatever.
And they're so inspired by the Chicago culture. Like it's ridiculous. If you hear people from all different nationalities, they not from 63rd and all of this other stuff. They look up to us and take our lingo too.
Oh yeah, they love that. So it's like modeling in Chicago, you know, that was like, would you say that was like a New York thing per se back, like the biggest fashion shows in New York, right? So how do you think about the culture here?
It's different. It's really different, and I want to get the chance to do some shows outside of Chicago, which I know is coming soon. But I think it's important to do things for our city and do things here because it's not as highlighted as it is everywhere else. And we do have really dope shows out here. So I feel like it needs to be more light shed on that. Especially me, especially my brand. Like we doing shows for everybody to benefit. Everybody leaves with a smile. We trying to, you know, promote all of that. Like I said before, that good energy. You know, just people leaving feeling refreshed and inspired. But I definitely want to focus on getting more people involved and just making the shows bigger and better than ever before.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to do that, Chicago. Got to get Chicago right before we go anywhere else.
Your show definitely off the chain. Like I just said
Thank
before,
you so much.
y'all might not have seen this, but that was my favorite show. And I'm glad you
Oh, I'm so
let me
honored
be a
because
part of it.
we did shows together.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's coming. We're gonna
Okay.
do some crazy collabs. So y'all better get in tune, everybody.
You
So
must. So must.
yeah. What you think about the fashion? Yeah.
You said what I think about the
Think
fashion
about
here?
the fashion here.
It's a lot of the same. But it is also a lot of creativity out here. But they're not getting as much light shined on them as the people that are cocky.
Yeah.
The humble people don't get as much love as the cocky people. But you know, that's just how the game goes and everything.
Yeah.
I get it. But I want people, the underrated people, to stand up. I want people that are, you know, don't have as much of the following, because I feel like people are so into following. They only want to support people that have that following. They only want to support people that are already on. Right. And it's like you support. Right. It's just like the high-end designers like Gucci and Fendi, Prada, all of this. They support them because they're expensive and they're already big names. So we can just get people to support, no matter what the name is, just based on the product and what it is.
That's
then
true.
it would be much better.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, Off-White. I forgot when they was established, Virgil. And I think him and Kanye, they collabed a lot.
On some ugly stuff, but they look comfortable.
So Virgil, his thing was, I watched a couple interviews with him. He just said he simply grabbed the Champion hoodie and just started putting all type of whatever he felt on there, you know. And now he's what, the creative director or director for Louis Vuitton? Louis Vuitton. So have you ever seen some Off-White like in person?
Yeah, I have.
What you think about it?
It's nice. I like some
more of like
stuff.
a street.
Streetwear. I liked. I seen some Off-White shoes that I liked, and I was like, those are pretty dope. Like, I do think he's really creative. I don't knock nobody that's doing something creative, but I'm also not the type of person that just likes something because it got a Louis Vuitton symbol on it. You know what I'm saying? Right. I like that creativity. That's something different. But I am glad that he's a part of their creative team, because we need more people like us. Yeah.
Yeah, he's from here, you know. You know, I don't know what side of town, but I think he's from North Side or something like that. So that's cool. What you think about Kanye creativity?
Kanye is something else. Look, I love his I don't like them new shoes though. I seen some recently that look like just the most BS I've ever seen. But the Yeezys, I do like the Yeezys. I haven't bought none. They look expensive for me.
My wife bought me a pair.
Huh?
My wife bought me a pair. And you know what? They're the most comfortable shoes.
I know they are. They look comfortable.
I love those shoes, but like you say, they pricey. He said Yeezy was gonna jump over the jump, man. He did it.
He did. I ain't gonna lie. He definitely did, because it came out the blue and he just took off running like. And it had to be Kanye, because he's the only person. He's just like a sick genius, like
super sick. It's like I love that guy.
I love Kanye too. He's one of a kind.
Yeah. And you know what? It's a lot of us here in Chicago like that. Like, but like you say, the light is not shining here. He had to really get out of here and go to, New York, LA to get, his just due. But only thing I don't agree with people, I think they really need to come back and create that culture here. Like because
you don't have to go everywhere just to do that. But it's gonna take way more to build it here. Yeah.
We have to create it. It's like when they have that platform, that's all you need, really. Like, share your platform. Like, it's not no financial attachment or none of that,
Right.
Share your platform and shine some light on some people, It's like, because all it is like we all great. We was born to be great, all we missing is a platform. That's everybody in the world, And as soon as you get that platform and you got your mind together and you ready for it, the Most High bless you with it. You better be ready. All we doing is practicing, because it's gonna be up for us.
If it's up, then it's stuck.
Right. So, man, I appreciate this interview. We got a couple of minutes left.
I appreciate you.
Oh, no doubt, Karen. You already know. Like I told you, like man, soon keep me updated. I'm in the next show. If it's co-ed, whatever,
Will be.
Right.
Will be. It ain't no question. I ain't never got a question if Larry Hott gonna show up.
Oh man, appreciate it. Yeah, we man. Then like you say, you had the artist performance, shine some light on them. That was just super dope. That was an experience for real. For real.
Yeah, I was blown away because we actually had somebody, an ex NFL player in the crowd, and I had no idea till after the show. I didn't see nobody. I was just so focused on the show running great. He bought one of the artists' piece for like $600. I was like, what? So them people was making money.
Yeah, I seen them like, man, I'm like, okay, like you say, it's bad. Hey, they bought some pieces off me. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, it was so much good energy in the building. Like, man, I love that. Like, man,
me too. I feed off of it.
Yeah. We could have partied all night.
For real. We could have made the after party.
Yeah, that was dope. Like, man. So, okay, just say a young girl trying to get into modeling, fashion design, a young Karen, a young Punky Booster. What type of advice would you give them?
I would definitely tell her to get around some people that are like-minded. You don't want nobody to pull you down or inflict their negative on your purpose and what you have in mind. And then it's never too late to do what you want to do. So just remain consistent, find out what it is that you want to do, what lane you want to be in, and don't let nobody limit you. If you want to do more than one thing, you can do more than one thing. You're just going to have to perfect each of them because you don't want to do anything sloppy. So just make sure you get around the right people, keep your energy high, keep your spirit pure, and then just don't give up faith. Just keep going.
Yeah, that's dope. That's some good advice. I feel like getting in the room with the people, that's the key. Like, that's so big because it's so much negative energy. People can have negative upbringings and they not doing it purposely. Like it's kids, like little kids, that's like just so negative, and they just
they don't even know it. They're just like pessimist.
Right, it's learned behavior. And I'm like, man, you really gotta check them at the young age. Like, you know what? I can't even mess with you, because like you say, they're gonna inflict it in you and like might take your self-esteem down. Might just do something to you. Like, it might be 20 years later, you think back like, oh, that was supposed to be my best friend and she did this to me. She talked down on me, did this, it might affect you, So gathering that good energy all the time, that's a must. Like, man, that's a must. So you say fashion, that's your baby. That's like,
that's my number one.
All right. Okay. If it's a young girl trying to get into fashion, what will be her first step?
I would definitely say learn how to create your pieces by yourself. If you're not doing like t-shirts and things like that, things that could be like mass produced and everything, learn how to do your pieces yourself. Because when I started out, when I first started out, I had a seamstress. So
your age when you first started out?
14.
14, okay.
14, yeah. So when I first started out, I had someone, when I did my first show at 16, I had a seamstress doing my pieces for me. I would sketch them and she would make them. So I wouldn't start off doing that because you want to start off doing something that you're producing yourself if that's something that you want to do. You don't have to if that's not your passion, but it just feels good when you created something for yourself by yourself. You know what I'm saying? It just feels 10 times better. But if you're not, just make sure you're organized with your business. Get your business affairs in order. So there won't be no confusion. By the time you get grown, you'll have everything together already. Yeah,
that's dope. Because I know, teenagers, young kids, they definitely don't. Some be focused, some want to bounce around, I was listening to a podcast. This was a good analogy. You said date. He's like, date first before you marry to something. Like, just like
true.
Yeah, he did that.
Flirt with
do that with your brands as well. I was like, wow, I didn't know. He's like, so date around a little bit to see what's going on. I know some people that like started the same time I started and they just disappeared. Like even with their brands, like fashion, clothing brands. I'm like, how
Yeah,
did
you see a lot of that. People
Yeah.
just disappearing with the giving up kind of.
yeah.
Sad,
Yeah,
actually.
so do you think they just wasn't around the right people? They didn't have the faith and the support. A lot of people, one thing that we all have to learn is we can't look at our friends and family as the main support.
True.
I think you really need to get out here and network and get around other people, like you say, get in the room or get around the people that's doing stuff like you, and then it's gonna broaden your horizons.
Yeah.
They gonna know somebody, and they gonna know somebody, and they gonna know somebody, and like I say, your friends and family will always be there, no matter what. Like they know where you at, they know what you're doing,
and they're not gonna be your main supporters for the most part. Honestly, the people that support you, outsiders will support you 10 times more than family and friends. We love those people. We want them to still support.
Yeah.
But that can't be your main focus because you'll waste a lot of time just family, but my friends. It's not always meant for them to. They might jump on a little bit later, even though that sucks.
Yeah.
Sometimes some people have to see other people support you to be able to support you, which is terrible in my opinion. But it happens. But you might need someone and be like, okay, this is special. I see this person is special. I like what they're creating. I'm going to invest in it just because I believe in it.
Yeah, sure. That's what's up. Ooh, I appreciate you, Karen. Can you give everybody your info?
All right, everybody. All right, you can find me on Instagram. I have a couple different Instagrams, so I'm gonna say it very slow. Right. So my main page is Karen Tracey, KarenTracey _designs. That's my main page. You'll find everything, links to my website, links to my program and all of that. And then you can also follow me at Karen Tracey Designs. And that's just the main business page for the fashion, clothing, and all of that. And model training as well. And you can also find me on my makeup page is Makeup by the Jane. I tag myself in all my makeup posts on my main page. So it's Makeup by the Jane because I call myself the Jane of all trades on Instagram, and also Natural Essence. So my skincare brand is KT _Natural Essence. Okay. So that's where you can find me. And I'm on Facebook as well, Karen Tracey Designs Events.
Okay. See, I believe in that too. A lot of people, they opposed to not creating a page for everything they do. I'll be like,
got to.
I got to, like everything. I got like probably 4 or 5 Instagram pages,
For real, me too.
Yeah, it'd be like, but I see, I'm going off when I go to somebody's page, I just don't want to see everything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. It gets
my
confusing.
DJ page, you're going to see DJing. You come to my culture page, you're going to see stuff about culture. You come to my fashion page, you're going to see stuff about fashion. You have one page that's putting all that out there. I'll be like,
yeah, I used to do that. It was a little bit too much. It's a little bit too much to digest for one page.
And I think you grasp your audience better, like knowing exactly what they're coming for.
Right.
Yeah, that's dope. Wow. So where you see yourself in like another 5, a short term? We're gonna do 5 years short term, right? Yeah, 5 years.
That's pretty short time. It go fast.
Yeah.
So in 5 years, I see myself with my own agency, modeling agency, which is gonna be one like no other. It's gonna be just the same thing I'm doing now, but in a bigger capacity. And my own magazine, like I said, that's coming. Karen Tracey Designs. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna call it yet, but it's gonna happen. Still doing my collections, but more focused on designing than anything, because designing is my number one. The other ones are like makeup is to push me to that, it helps me financially because I'm a full-time entrepreneur now. So that helps me financially and everything, but I want to get to a point where designing is my everything. But I'm still able to do things, but I'm just more focused on designing. So that's definitely what I want to focus on. A 5 year span, that's not a lot of time, but I just hope to be in a greater position with my business. And I know it's coming. Bigger fashion shows, better fashion shows, everything in the spirit of excellence. And I'll be happy.
You better coin that, everything in the spirit of excellence. That,
Yes.
Karen Tracey. Go ahead. I'll buy that shirt right now.
Oh yeah,
like
I'm gonna
that.
come out with a spirit of excellence shirt, because
Yeah,
models that know me, anybody that knows me knows that's like my whole motto. I
Yeah.
got that from someone, from my
Mhm.
cousin. Actually, she used to say the same thing, spirit of excellence. So I kind of like took that and ran with it, because she doesn't even use it anymore. She probably found another term now. But
Yeah, I like that.
that's just, it's just because I am a woman of faith. So
Mhm.
I believe that if you want to do something right, it gotta be in the right spirit.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. I'm glad you joined, and this was a very informative. People like, man, great information. They saying good word. Woo, they going. Okay. All right. Okay.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, like I say, man, be on the lookout. Like, the pandemic slowed down, but Karen shows, fashion show is definitely off the chain. It's definitely worth, the ticket. And then you supporting another Black business owner. And man, I can't wait till the next one. It's just
It's gonna be lit.
yeah. The pandemic, we can't rush it because we still got to be safe.
You're right. We got to be safe. So that's why I want to create a place where we could still follow the right precautions and everything, the social distancing and wearing a mask and everything, but we could still, because the models, if we do everything right as far as testing with the models and just doing the rehearsals the right way, we can still bring it back. Because I see people doing events. So I'm like,
you see,
yeah, it's opening up.
Like, man, these people going crazy. Like, okay.
Yeah, they going, this summer gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Lord help us.
Because people been so locked in for a while. And I get it. People like really anxious to like pull out the like the Clark Kent when he they ready to go crazy. I'm like, I feel it, because it's like it'll get you in a depression if you just lock it, But I mean, it was just for the safety of everybody. Like I said, yeah, that's what's up. All right, good people.
All right.
We'll see y'all next time. Thank Karen for coming out, and make sure y'all contact and link with her. Like, you have any young daughters that's interested in model coaching, get in contact with Karen. She'll get them together. Like, I sat in and watched her training. It's dope. It's official tissue, like they say.
I like that. I ain't never heard that one before.
Official. That's what's up. All right, good people. I'll see y'all next week.
All right. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, no problem. Thank you.
All right.